What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing my NFL playoff predictions. It's that time of year, and I did it last year, and I really enjoyed doing that, so I'm going to do it again. So, first up, we got the Bills versus the Dolphins. Unfortunately, the Dolphins have lost Tua and Teddy Bridgewater due to injuries, and I don't really think that the Dolphins can really come back from that with their rookie QB. I don't even know his name, and I think that one's going to be an easy game for Buffalo to win. Next up is the Bengals and the Ravens, and that's going to be a rematch from last week. I think it's going to go down the same way. I'm going to give Cincinnati the win there. Next up, we have the Jaguars and the Chargers, and most experts are saying that this is going to be a close game, and I think that it will be, but, the past few weeks, the Chargers haven't been playing as well. They almost got beat by the Colts a few weeks ago. The Jaguars are on a hot streak. They beat the Titans for the AFC South Championship, and I think they're going to go and win the wild card to play the Chiefs. Next up, you have the Seahawks and the 49ers. And even though the 49ers have an inexperienced QB and Brock Purdy, they have such a good offense to surround him. They have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel might be back, and Brock Purdy is undefeated as a quarterback, and I don't really think there's any way that the Seahawks can come back from that. Next up, we have the Giants and the Vikings. These two teams faced off earlier in the season, and Minnesota took the dub there, only by 3 points. I think this is going to be one of the closer games, but Minnesota is probably going to win. And then next up, a rematch from Week 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. The Bucs took the early dub for that one, but that was before we saw what Tampa Bay was going to end up, and they are a below 500 team, and I think the Cowboys are going to end up winning that and getting redemption for that Week 1 loss. For the divisional round, this is going to be a crazy divisional round if this is what it ends up as. And I think KC is going to beat Jacksonville. There's no way that Jacksonville wins against KC. They are just such a good team, and they faced each other earlier in the season, and Jacksonville wasn't even close. For Buffalo versus Cincinnati, we did not get to see that matchup this season due to the cardiac arrest that Damar Hamlin suffered, and that was terrible to watch. I'm glad that he's healthy now and that he's available to play. I don't know if he'll play next week against Miami or they're going to wait and hold him to the divisional round, but that's such a good story. And if Cincinnati and Buffalo play each other, I think this is going to be such a good game to watch. Cincinnati was in the lead at the end of that game, which was eventually canceled, and I was sort of leaning towards them, but I think Buffalo is such a good team, and Buffalo is such a good team as well, and I don't really know which one is going to be better. Joe Burrow was winning that game, and I think these are going to be like tough matchups for KC. I'm going to go with Cincinnati and Joe Shiesty here. And the main reason for that is that I think they're the better team when it comes to playing the Chiefs. As we saw, both of these teams beat the Chiefs this year. And I think Cincy's just the better team to face Patrick Mahomes. I think it could go either ways if it comes down to this game, but I'm going to go with Cincinnati. For the 49ers versus Vikings, got to go with the 49ers. I mean, they are too good to lose to the Vikings, and they have such a good offense. Their defense has always been great, and I think they're going to make it. And then for Philadelphia and Dallas, we saw Philadelphia sort of fall down a little bit, and they almost lost the 1 seed, but they held on, and Dallas almost got there, you know. I think they won they've had a win streak. They ended up beating Philadelphia when they played the second time, and I think they're going to win against them if they play against them in the playoffs. Now time for the conference championships. And this is a tough one for the AFC, so I'm going to go to the NFC first. And I think the 49ers are going to get back to the NFC championship. They lost to the Rams at SoFi last year, and I think that the 49ers are finally going to break through and get to the Super Bowl this year. They have a good team, and I would really love to see Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy make it to the Super Bowl. As for the KC and Cincinnati game, I know Cincinnati is, obviously they beat Kansas City, but Kansas City is the better team. They had injuries with Marcel Hardman, and I think with all of their young talent in Isaiah Pacheco, and Patrick Mahomes has an MVP caliber season this year, and he might win MVP. He was MVP for my fantasy football team, so I think that this would be a rematch if both of these teams made it to the Super Bowl from the 2020 Super Bowl, and I think KC's going to win. They beat the 49ers earlier this season, and I mean, they have Patrick Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco has been really good as a rookie. Travis Kelce, not even arguably, he is the best tight end in the league. They have so much talent on that team. I'm glad I got to see them play. I'll roll that clip in a little bit. And Kansas City, even though I might be biased, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I said it last year, but as of right now, I think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. I think they will win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has over 40 touchdowns this season, MVP caliber season, and those are my predictions. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.